Can make people
good afternoon, everybody. You're all welcome back. This is going to be our last presentation for today. Like you have listed over and over, label very, very important. We have one of our members who is coming from China. That's Stephen, the Deputy Director of NAFTA. We take us through packaging laws and regulation for food, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals. Like the first presenter in the morning from Jordan has said, packaging goes beyond what most of us consume. Here, all of us are looking at food, cosmetics. These tables, we need packaging to send them abroad, to bring them in. Artifacts, carvings, a lot of them are being exported. We need packaging for them. Even electronics, packaging is required for them. But for us, still being a developing country, our focus is more on food. So regulations for food, cosmetics, and pharmaceutical products, but by now they here to tell us what NAFTA would have told you. So it's a big opportunity for you to be the agency that regulates this side of the business. Without them, the product will not get NAFTA. Dr. Ina, questions?
A very good afternoon to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. And let me say this afternoon that I'm transported with the lights of being your presence this afternoon. I'm feeling very honored and humbled to stand in your presence to talk to you about packaging. I'd like to refer to my president. It's a very big thank you to him, and also to congratulate you, sir, on the success of ProPack West Africa 2023. That program has now become a game changer. The entire Nigerian landscape. How many of us were at ProPack 2023? Wow. You'll have seen what we are talking about, the technology of packaging, the exhibitions, the talks, and everything. We're just world class. So I want to thank you for the opportunity. I was there and I saw myself. So packaging, we'll be talking about packaging this afternoon. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
I think we'll have some how do you feel? The influence of glucose. I'll be here for about 90 minutes. I will just talk about yes, packaging, about food, pharmaceuticals, and cosmetics. And just take it as a basket. You know, the agency that is responsible is NAFTA. I hope you have not lost me. Have you lost me? No. Okay. The agency, competent authority responsible for that is NAFTA. I'm doing quite a lot. I can see a basket with so many packaging materials, a lot of them. And they are really need to propagate this message because right now we are trying to build the MSME industry in Nigeria. The small and medium scale. A lot of people are now going into entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurship is the way countries can grow. If we really must make any progress in this country, we need to leave our focus from all the big players. I was talking to somebody this morning. The big players are not Nigerian brands. So no matter how big they are, they can just wake up and leave you. Just like GSK. Yes, they run out of Panadol. They closed shop and left Nigeria. Like that. So, but what is ours to all the house? So it's better to develop our own local content. Our local content, our own entrepreneurs, and build up to become big brands. And then we'll ensure that we will rest. And of course, that will help to develop the economy. The way Singapore moved from becoming, Singapore was worse than Nigeria at the point in the 60s. But they moved from becoming a third world country to becoming, Singapore is now the first world country. And what happened was that they built the entrepreneurship base of the country so that everybody now became an entrepreneur, creating business, creating opportunities, and moved from consumer, until Nigeria moved from consumer economy to production. We can never do just remain at this point. So it's very essential we keep talking about because it's essential to all this. Recently about a lot of rejects have been coming from the export. We have food products that are exported are being rejected in Europe, EU. If you send your all these products to EU, they will reject it for one reason or the other. I will try to do an interrogation. I and the people have been trying to interrogate why our food being rejected. These are food that when you see on the market, you say yes, this product is good. You tap your chest and say this product I'm producing. This garri I'm consuming and producing. This fish that I'm exporting. This whatever it is, food produce that they're exporting. On our markets normally they are good products. But when they get to Europe, they get the food back. They are rejected. In the US and every other place. I will try to do an interrogation. I will find out that packaging has been implicated in a whole lot of rejects in Nigeria because EU is very, very particular about the way you package your products. It's not just about the content, but about the container itself, the packaging. If you have the best of products, you don't present it very well. Best marketing. These are very important and critical. Am I speaking to somebody? Yes. So, very important we should be having this kind of conversations because a lot of people are going to the entrepreneurship business, and this kind of class will definitely be a good source of dissemination because you're all packaging experts. We tell people outside, especially all your those who in the villages, those not too educated that are making food products. You have I have a very elderly woman somewhere in some water and she makes all this involved and all that very, very standard food. Somehow she has gotten an opening in I think UK market. People came around for Christmas, they bought the product, took it to UK and they found and it was very, very well liked. And because of that, the market for her is already going. And then now one day they will throw everything back at people. So yes, the product, the content is good, but you are not, in terms of packaging, you are not reached where it's supposed to be. So you almost be advocates and apostles of good packaging. So this afternoon I would like to look at now let me just and ask the question, how many of us are pharmacists here? Will it be safe for me to just stay with food? Yeah. That's food products. Let me just concentrate on food since there's no pharmacists goods are higher grade. So let me just stay in the same area, which is food, which all of us can relate with. Yes, so next slide. Yeah, I'll touch on that. Yes, I like this. This is a popular quote, which I so much. It says, "Good packaging protects your products. Good packaging protects your products. But packaging has gone beyond just protecting your products. It now says, great packaging protects your brand. At the end of the day, what the consumer will relate with is your brand. You need to You need to register your brand in the mind of the consumer so that when he sees your brand, is confident that whatever it is quite good. So it has gone beyond just putting something together. You now need to have it. Your packaging has to be a statement. It has to be a statement of your excellence and everything. And it's often said that first cut, they say is what? First cut is the deepest. So if I see your product first time, I don't like it. Then the brand, it begins to tell on your brand. Next time, I will not be enthusiastic to look for your brand. But if I take something and I see it, I will like it. The good packaging design will highlight the reason the person should purchase the product. So at times, your content may not even be the most fantastic, but the way you package it, the way you brand it, the appearance, presentation, and just what to make the consumer buy it. I just like it. Somebody might just be blown away by it because the one product is in the Tetra pack. They just see it and just like it and be blown away by that. It may not even be the best in terms of content, but because of your presentation, then you get customers move towards it. And what that does is that it builds customer base, and it leads to customer loyalty and customer fidelity, so that they stick to your brand.
Okay. So.
Am I making sense here?
Yes, sir.
All right. So next slide here will be. Yes. Okay. Next slide. That's my. All right. So now that is the content regulatory body. I've mentioned that, and then we have a mandate to regulate and control the manufacture, importation, exportation, advertisement, distribution, sales, and use of food, drug, cosmetics, medical devices, chemicals, detergents, and packaged water, amongst other functions. So you can see that there's a wide gamut covers of those elements. And this is the act. You can skip that. This is the Lego framework for NAFDAC. This is the act that created. Go on to the next one. Yeah, so a container. What's a container? Somebody help me. What's a container? What's a container? A container is something that what? That we use for just like a house. Like a house for the product. So a container means any form of packaging of food for sale as a single item, either completely or partially including food, including wrapper, the entire presentation is what contains the container. The packaging is something that has been done in advance, wrapped in the container. Next slide. So food grade, yes, food grade. Let me stick with it. We have food grade, we have food grade packaging materials, we have pharmaceutical packaging materials. But one thing is central to all of them. All of them is that what's the characteristics of the good packaging material? One thing must be inert. Inert. What do I mean by inert? Inert. I-N-E-R-T. If something is inert, it's unreactive. You must never react with it's just a house, so it must not react with the content. Once it is reacting with the content, then it's no longer, it's not a good package. You must never react. That means the integrity of the content must be the way the manufacturer, your house must not interfere with it. Then it must be airtight, it must be moisture tight, and all the other things. So people must even be UV protected. So in terms of Masterclass, that's why you see them in brown bottles. Because some react directly with it. Like, so there are some products that are light sensitive, photosensitive products. You must put them in the brown container or any colored container like this to prevent UV light. So those are two of the characteristics. Yes, so we have food grade, pharmaceutical grade. Next slide. Next slide. Don't have a click idea. So packaging material for the right contact with food. I've said this. Next slide. Food packaging is a well-known source of chemicals that can be transferred from packaging into food. This process is called chemical migration. This is what I just alluded to right now. Your packaging material must not in any way interact with your product. Or have this. Once you have it, if you have a product that's leaching into it, it's leaching into your main product that's become contaminated. There's something we call contamination that's contaminated it and it's no longer fit. That's why if you look at most products here, most products they have that inner lining. That is, yeah, what do they call it? Before, yes, like before, yes, like this. This is an inert. This material is an inert material. It will never react to what. So the primary must be inert. Go on. The next slide. Okay, so purpose of food packaging. Let me before I go to that. We have 3 types of packaging. I hope you know. Okay, what are they? Primary, secondary, that's great. We are moving in the right direction. So I don't need to move into that. So that helps your work. Purpose of food packaging, protection, especially for food. It protects against biological hazard. So that's why I said it was wet sealed, airtight, and everything. But there must not be room for contamination, especially pathogens, biological hazards. That's why they say that the food now begins to get rough after a few days. If it's not properly, not well packed, it just begin to get rotten, and it will develop microbial loads and all that. You can't eat it anymore. It gets bad in a very short time. So no, stay on that. Stay on that as well. Pest, of course, must not be something that pests can easily have access. That's insects, termites, rats, and all that must not be able to access it easily. Physical damage, shock or vibration, must be such that it can withstand strain. Especially if you see all the way they pack all these systems. You go to do mortar. When they are packing, they just pack them. So if you are listening, it's not your packaging material is not strong. You see, it will bend. Do that, not that. It's a sign that you cannot. It's not a good package. You must not be bent. And your product will not bend. It's crushed, bend, crushed, like that. And for the oxygen, I've said is storage. Storage handling and shipping, yes, it's very important. It must be tough, must be resilient, because some of the products are going across the ocean. must declare allergy to that product so that when the consumer is buying it, you know that this contains this and it's not like to choose whether I want to buy something else and let it go. We must declare it. Every manufacturer must declare it. So, a detect ingredient that can cause harmful reaction. Food labels let you know what to avoid, such as allergenic foods. The most common allergenic foods are peanuts. Who are the allergies in peanuts, soya beans, milk, eggs, fish. Some people are even allergic to fish. Crustaceans, wheat, and peanuts. So different sort of allergies. And we say that they must be declared. Stop you from wasting food, stop you from buying counterfeit products. Very, very key. Counterfeiting is a big problem in this part of the world. People counterfeit products a lot. That one big way to detect counterfeit is going to, when you see the package and the label, you can easily know this is counterfeit product, because they will never follow. Most of the time, they don't follow the standards that we set as a regulatory. But somebody that wants to counterfeit, they will not take their time to do a good product. Their GMP and everything will be poor. So they just put things together like that. And say, because all they want is quick money. Just to make quick and fast money. They just put things together, take it to the market to sell and deceive unknowing customers. Unfortunately for us in this part of the world, a lot of people are uneducated. They are illiterate. So they just say anything and just don't buy it. Yes, sir. There's so many ways. One is the product does not have big checks. If the product does not have a black number, definitely black number. And you begin to see traces of alterations here and there, cleaning here and there. Some people buy even expired products, you go and alter it. You go to the expiry date, they clean it, alter it, and put on something that has expired and supposed to do some instruction. There's a whole topic called food fraud. And it's existing, and it's not even going to get better because of removal of subsidy. We just told ourselves in that time that this food fraud is going to even increase more because of the removal of subsidy. More people are going to get more desperate to go into criminal activities just to make money. So we need to create a regulation. One thing I used to tell people is that one good thing to do is always buy your products from recognized sources. Most likely the ShopRite of this world. You buy a product from ShopRite, most of the time will not take something that is not registered. But we visit them regularly. So it's very hard for somebody that will fake. The fake product will not go to Ebano or take it to ShopRite. They will get it, because they know that there will be cost. ShopRite, Ebano will not take anything that is fake. So if you're buying something from those places, that's one first thing. They're likely to be sure that what you're buying is genuine. But if you go to Oshodi market, there's a place they sell geisha, even geisha, sandy, Titus. You see the late on the floor. They are selling some even for 50 naira. 100 naira, and you see people pack Titus. 100 naira, 50 naira, something that is about 600 naira. So if you go to Oshodi, there's the open market and you buy it for 200 naira. What you're buying is not Titus. So we have next slide. So let's look at labeling. Where you can see the information. Yes, the whole list of things that you check on the label. These are our requirements in terms of labeling. The name of the product stated. The product information must be in English, first and foremost. If you are buying a product and it's in French, it's in Chinese, and no English translation, please don't buy it. You must be able to read and understand what you're buying. And when you see that when the product is coming from China and it's the Chinese language, you must translate it. We will never approve a product that does not have translation. It's either it's in English or if it's in Chinese or French or something. It must be translated because everyone buying the product must be able to decipher what he or she is buying. Are we together? Are we still on the same page? Have I lost anyone? So list of ingredients, very, very important. You must take the ingredients that you are using. Some people don't even like some additives. Some people react to some additives. You must take everything that is being used in that product, right from the most active one and the least one. We usually state it. We usually request that we state it in descending order. Descending order means the one that had the highest percentage, then that was like that. To all the additives like colorings, flavors. You must declare the flavor. If you are using what do you call it? If you are using banana flavor, you are using all those flavors must be declared. Everything must be declared. Nothing should be hidden. Nothing should be in form of Nicodemus. You know who's Nicodemus? You know about Nicodemus products. You know Nicodemus was the man that will always, his own is always appear in the night. In the dark, in the night. So I thought, why is Nicodemus always appearing in the night? In the daytime when Jesus Christ is preaching to everybody, you will not see Nicodemus. He will not sneak in the night. So anything you do under the cover is Nicodemus. So next content of the prepackaged food was declared the next content either in grams or in what?
In kilos.
In grams, yes, that's kg. Either in kg or in liters. Your palm oil, I know that the liter, this one is in liters, not kg. So next content, name and address of manufacturer, very, very key. If you are buying any product and there is no name of the manufacturer on it, no name, no trace for whoever made it, please don't buy. That's one of the ways they fake. They will never put the address. But most of the time, the addresses don't even exist. So they will never put the address so that they will never be traced. If you are buying a product that does not have a name of the manufacturer and the address, please don't buy it. Most likely, somebody in one backyard is doing some quantities. We see a lot of things. Agents, I don't want to bore you. Vegetable oil, food fraud. People are just going to Benin, going to Cotonou, all those places. They just pack something, and the worst part is they look for all these good brands. King's vegetable oil, Devon vegetable oil, and they just fill it up. We fill it. Meanwhile, it's not King's vegetable oil that you're used to. You're buying. They just refill it, seal it again, and put it to the market. You think you're buying things, something that they brought from Cotonou or Republic or from Togo. And we insist now that every regulation in Nigeria is that every vegetable oil must be fortified with vitamin A. So those kind of products are not fortified. They buy it cheap and sell it at the same rate as the big players, just to make fast money. Date marking is very key. Date marking is production date and expiry. The storage conditions must also be stated there. The product must not come under sunlight. It must be stated there. It must be stored in a cool and dry place. Cool and dry place. So there's a big problem here in India. You see pure water, you see bottled water, pure water. They just leave it on the road under the sun like that. It's very wrong. Because under the sun, they now begin to react. Reaction, the microbial activities become very bad. And what you're buying, at times you buy it and you see those organisms, you will have grown and even moving inside it. By that time, it is below this in thousands. Because you cannot see microbiological. Yeah. So for it to have grown to that point under the sun where you are seeing particles in it or see the living organisms, that means the microbial, and some people will die like that. So what happens? After some time, you have developed sickness, and all that. And so man begin to react and everything. And Ultimately, some may even lead to death. And then you say it's your village people that have come after you. So, okay, batch number, also very important. You know what batch number is? Packaging response. And it's also called what?
Sorry.
And it's also called yes, lot number. It's also called lot number. Position of NAFDAC, yes, NAFDAC registration number, very important. There's a way we put our own NAFDAC number, not so that so if you see it, you just know which one is the fake one. It has a format. The direction for use, very important in the States. The direction for use, so the format, language must be in English. I've said anything outside English must be translated. Clear, prominent statement on how to look for food, the name of product, list of ingredient. Yes, I think I'm wrong. Yeah. So next statement. Next slide. Sorry. Common food packaging materials are different. Your plastics, paper and board, metal, glass, and various other material. But these days, we're also moving from the common materials. We're moving towards eco-friendly packaging materials. So lots of conversation is going on around the ESG elements, of packaging material. We need to move away from all this non-recyclable packaging materials, something that can be bio-friendly packaging materials. These packaging materials are used to other materials such as heating, and these are all the things. Sometimes you even find that the ink used is already, you find it's already even bleaching. Know that it's not. Those are signs that the product is not properly. Some of the magnetic chemicals have direct properties that have been treated. Of course, once there's a migration, no matter what it is, it's a risk. We call it risk in our own regulation. The risk has been established because the products, the idea is that there must be integrity of the product. In NAFDAC regulation, we say for food, the food must be safe, quality, and wholesome and nutritious. Safe, quality, wholesome, and nutritious. For drug must be safe, quality, efficacy. Those three things are very key: safe, quality, and efficacy. And so once you have a migration, it's no longer safe for use. Next slide. Next slide now. So I begin to wrap up. Okay, I was talking about this. So primary, secondary. Next slide. I was talking extensively on that. How to select food packaging material. Packaging material should be from the reputable source. Appropriate, even in NAFDAC now, the regulation gets it. One of the things we don't try to probe into your packaging material because it's more, what you use. If your packaging material is not proven, whatever it is just rubbish. So we won't try to probe into your where you source. We audit, yes, we call it audit. We audit your raw materials. And part of auditing your raw materials is to audit your packaging material. Where are you buying your packaging material? Is it a place that is recommended by Oga? Is it a place that is not recommended by packaging organizations? Yes, that is not recognized. It's not a place that is recommended by you. But you know the good packaging those ones that came to exhibit. It's not a place recommended by you. There will be people that where are they producing it? Or is this somebody that's just producing somewhere in the archive in the backyard? They build a large fence and behind it inside the house at the backyard. They just bring machine from China and just doing some nonsense. Common food product considerations when selecting packaging. So somebody that will, if you buy your packaging from places like Tetra Pak.
Yeah. We are covered.
Tetra Pak. Yeah, sure.
They're expensive.
We have to create market for SMEs. That is
Yes.
the direction
Impact. They're very expensive.
But they can.
that is the
But they can customize for you.
That is the subsidy to go.
Yes, they can. But they can even customize for you if you tell them.
Even the quantity they do, some of them can't do less than 20,000 for one batch. And yes, even 500 grams like a 500-gram package.
Yes.
So one of them
Different from the one you buy in Ocean.
Yes,
different from something you buy in Ocean or somewhere.
So you can collect 4,000 of 1,000 calories.
All that due to your production.
Yes.
But there's something about quality. In that quality will always, to speak, not only speak for yourself, but it will endure. It adds to your brand reputation. That's just the truth of it. It's expensive, quality is expensive, but there's no other way.
You have 5,000 health. You have 1,000 health.
Yeah. Now, when you go into your business, you don't have to go, you have to tell yourself, you have to go with the flow. Exactly. You need to have an avatar. But all I do in the long run, quality will always last. You may just make quick money in the short run, but it's a matter of time before people know that your packaging material, the product is not good. And there's something we have realized because as Snapchat as regulators, there's also what is called competition. There's competition in the market. People come to report to us. At times people themselves become mystery shopping. That is, if this man is producing coke and his coke is doing very well, yours is just maybe average. Some people will start among themselves, competitors, they try to run down. It exists. They try to run down. So it's just a matter of time before they will want to expose that. See what is yes, they will destroy it. You see it happen a lot. They come to us and report the secrets. And when they do that, we say we have our enforcement. So we go there and they clamp down. Millions. So at the end of the day, we end up becoming the user. So it's good. What I'm saying is good to do right from the beginning. And just stick by it. You eventually do. So common food products consideration when selecting wet or dry. There's packaging for wet, there's for dry. There's acidic, alkaline, alcohol content, and fat content. So the container that is appropriate for one type of food will not be suitable for another. Yes, there's no one size fits for packaging. It's usually based on the kind of food. So I think that pretty much encapsulates what packaging is for pharmaceuticals and it's another a little bit more guessing.
Yes, I have a question on that. On the list of revenue requirements, I see there are 11 points to So people ask, like, they're always like, okay, once it's not there, there's some people that still come. So if you have to put on all this list, because it's not just list of people.
Yeah, for facilities, like you said, small presentation. You see that they must have package, this certificate. This certificate. You must have every package for a system must have design. So you can review everything about the man. You just have to find a way to read it, but it should be, we insist that it must be legible and must be bold enough for them to see. At times, we don't give them font size. The kind of font that we should use, but because of the miniature size of the but my guy here can attest to technology is going to show that in the next 10-20 years, technology will put that. He's saying that maybe next stage of that.
Now, see, this is a label already, following those requirements. The first thing that you're not having good sight to read it or something that you have broken the law. The person can prove that they have written it, whether you need to magnify.
But what he's saying is that you need to be able to see that.
Especially for that, you need to be able to see.
And that becomes your problem to get it.
Okay, so
as a guy saying, no, what we use magnifying glass. Not that because some people are so tiny.
Yeah.
We carry your magnifying glass like this.
We saw this morning when we were looking for the BP number.
Most of us have magnifying glass. I will place on it and bring out the information because they are so tiny, so miniature because of the size.
Like this one.
Yes. Yeah. But all that will be a thing of the past. I'm sure in the next 5-10 years, with what's happening, what is happening in the world of technology.
Because when they introduce the
QR code,
you don't need to waste your time.
you don't put your phone on it, just scan it, and it brings everything down.
Okay, the other one is that I want to ask because I'm not the requirement, the last one I speak I want to part of the requirement for them to say disposal.
Yes, sir, yes.
Then also, I was asking the final composition of the composition.
It's compulsory and the new 2023 edition.
But it's not part of the list, just
Okay. Yeah, I think this slide will develop, but it's now compulsory. We need to, that's why I said there's a new regulation that will just release the regulation of food. It has allergy, all allergies from the leg, all nutritional facts, nutritional information is also being declared.
Maybe I should ask the question that you answer this one. That you answer this question. Listen, my question is, when we want to do registration, we do some analysis and we did. So much I don't know for this business to happen. We don't really those results for us. And then if we have to now design our own label, we need those information for us.
Ordinarily, the analysis is meant for registration. It's not to increase. It's not like it's a matter
But since we are going to that election by doing the entry whatever. But I believe since we part of the payment to make, and then if we pass, if we don't pass, if the election does not pass, then I don't need to vote for it. If it can pass, I believe it should be released. So
even if it does not pass, it's still right to you. Because if you face the laboratory test, or write it, then go and do your whatever, and you still write. But you can request, people request. Not that most people they just rub all their water is do my registration in 1 week. Do it for me. All the after they don't most people and are not interested.
So how do you go about the question?
You can write to the director of lab. Yes. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think.
You made mention of ESG.
I'm talking of the eco-friendly bio-friendly part of the packaging material. That now we are moving towards eco-friendly packaging materials. You're doing away with all those non-environmentally friendly packaging materials that block our highways, block this, block that. We're looking at biodegradable packaging materials, especially recyclable ones. Something that you can recycle and upcycle. One of those days you just throw those things away. You must do something that is recyclable or can be upcycled. That's the but what I'm most excited about is the smart and intelligent packaging, which is the next level. And that's the direction the world is moving. With Nigeria, we already have smart packaging in Nigeria, but we don't have I think we are moving yes, people already there. Yes, some already there. Smart packaging. There are some products you just buy it and put your phone and then you using QR code, just see everything. So like this TomTom now. Now that TomTom that is very tiny. Very soon they will begin to add QR codes. So just put your phone and that was so small. No, QR code does not have to be. QR code does not have to be. It's a coded. It's a coding. You just put the coding on it, and your phone will pick it up. Once you have the app on the phone.
Go to Ghana. Every bottle of water has and 9 QR code is for that bottle.
Yeah.
Pay for two. If there are 1 million bottles, each code is different. So if that bottle was not supposed to be here, no. If they buy that bottle and they have not paid the tax, the government will know. I see there are some of them that government will invest in so that the people that are producing this
Because it's for 2 million. Yes.
They will make sure the consumer pay tax of what they want to do.
It helps the government to raise revenue. You know how many bottles have been produced. You can't come and produce 1 million bottles and at the end of the year say, I only did 2 of this. They know exactly what they are producing. And the beautiful part of it for us is that it helps traceability.
Like the man from Impact, when he came to that exhibition that day, he got to the point where he said that in Switzerland, they have developed packaging for cannabis. And one of the rules that anybody that is buying, what you are buying is attached to your credit card. So if you buy more than you're supposed to buy, so if like I go to buy Kuli now, yes, it can only accept me paying with the credit card. If I don't have credit card, you cannot pay. You know, like normally there are some pharmacies where you go to the chemist, they say go and bring prescription.
Yes.
You do not have,
They will not sell to you.
So we are beginning to read the level. They will not need to tell you to bring prescription. They will tell you to bring your card.
And that one for cannabis is also because that means you are doing the NDLA. You don't need the NDLAs.
So NDLA will know the
Government has approved only maybe 1 kg for you as cannabis. Whether you want to smoke, you want to do this thing. They know 1 kg is still at the threshold. So you can never buy. There's no way you go. With your phone will show it, your data will show you that I've already bought 1 kg today. You can't buy beyond that. So you can never go so high and you now start cleaning. Instead of NDLA, go to everywhere.
So the issue is that when they legalize it, there are more but when it's on black market, in reality, black market does not exist because it is operating it.
No, it's not like Nigeria. Those places, if you do anything, if you do some business, once they catch you, in fact, what you pay in litigation in life, if you will never try it. The one you, it's not like that, they don't. What you pay,
He will still arrest you. He will tell you when you want to go outside your children. You will tell them when you are ready, they take you to the train station, they give you a small bag and they carry you to the joint to get.
Yes. Even if you are 90 years, I've seen 80 years, they give 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, these 90 years, those corporates, you can commit crime. For the day they will catch you, you pay for it.
Everything you sell it, you
Pay
make
for
your
it.
So it's better not to even try it.
Now,
So ladies and gentlemen, I think
yeah, let us put our hands together. These are quite one of the biggest problem face SME. You don't need to be afraid of NAFTA. You don't need to run for them. They are there to make life easier. So you will have it detailed. We'll try to make available these slides. We'll make available these slides so if I know they used to have like a one-stop center for SME where they do everything together. They used to be this special site. So you have this contact. One of the beauty of being in an event like this, you have people who have gone through the pain. So you don't need to go through the pain again. You just ask them how they survive. And then having peace. So I think the point where we are now, like we are going to do the closing. Doctor, I know you want to leave very soon. Okay. Let them bring the cake so you join us to talk and then the cake. And then continue. Because I told these people this class is supposed to be 6 o'clock. See, let me tell you where the challenge is. I used to have a lecturer. He said, look, it's not difficult to allow him to pass. But the place where there's a problem, when you then go outside and say, I'm the one who allow you to pass, and they begin to interrogate you and you don't know, they need to ask questions, it doesn't already know. That is where the problem is. So today, you have heard it from Lambda. If you did not ask questions, it means you know it. What's up? Yes, this one group there.
One of the complaints we used to get from our own office,
Yes.
nationwide, about NAFTA is that registration used to take time. I don't know, what are they doing to
Me that I don't work for NAFTA, I can really tell you the answer. You see, there are some cases where you're sick, you go to a laboratory. Like malaria, they can send you sit down and probably the result. Like cases they can get to come back in 3 days because they have to go through a culture. There are some scientific procedures that cannot be in a body.
But they come complaining to us.
No.
We do come NAFTA to come and say something.
If somebody wants to do a lab test, there are some of them that cannot be some of them that cannot be overnight. It is not possible. Take for instance a product like this. I want to do a test to know the shelf life. I cannot just manufacture it today and then put it in my and then say that it takes 6 months before it's good. So the lady that was here, I mean, you have to, even at the level where technology has reached, there are what we call simulators. So I can take this thing and put it in like an oven and make it 24 hours or 48 hours to be like 2 years. There's a limit to which I can do that. You cannot bring it to NAFTA today, and NAFTA wants to check this oil. How does this oil and plastic dissolve in it? It cannot be possible. You will take the sample, test it today, after 1 week again, test it. Does this oil react with the plastic? If yes, then there is a problem. I mean, that is how simple it can be. So for some of them, it is not negotiable. Yes. So, once finally, we will sit down. Yeah.
So, I remember when I went to we asked pictures of but it's
Picture. Yes.
pictures of the products. We asked
Yes. So you mean that the pictures did not comply? If they ask you the room, they would have told you.
I'm not doing everyone.
Then it means the pictures did not comply with the requirement. So they cannot ask you to remove the picture. Okay. Possibly, there are certain things that make them application. We can investigate that further. Like we have said, at the end of each day, there is going to be a test. There's going to be an assignment. Today, how many lecturers have you listened to today? You will go and write a 2-page summary file. Summary of what was said from morning till now. Normally, we call it a research-based assignment. And when you are writing, you will need it to where you're coming, how you going to apply to your own. You will tell me this program criteria, what has been said, how you apply it. You will take time to look at it. So it's not from just. I will check with ask for when we went for training. Yeah, when we come from the hostel in the morning, so we stay in the class. They used to see me go to lab when he did one on coconut, they went to break coconut. I see that slide being first. So when you come here as student, you are working 24 hours. So as we leave now, we go back to where you're going. From now till tomorrow morning, you are finished writing because tomorrow again we will do another quiz. I don't want to ask the questions that will then become difficult to answer. I want to ask the questions that are simple. Today, Mr. So was here. This is what you understood from the test. How do you apply to the keys of the things that were nothing in just? If you cannot apply them, you are not solved. We are not talking about application, we have heard a lot of things. How do you apply to tracing this product? The challenges you have there, you should identify them, and from this training, you have found a solution. Because you come here and you cannot find a solution when you go back. You come like those ministers that go for conference, and when they come back, they ask them what it is, I saw something that was taking the picture. So I think I'm very, very clear with the question. Your name on the top, your national ID card number is what we take as citizen number. Just like the year 2023 / your NIN number. The NIN is the one you're calling from. Yes. That is what will be on your facility. It cannot be for because that number is good for you. So you see our students, anyone that is here for you, email is preferred with you can send it to that email or you can put ahmed.omar, ahmed.omah@nigerianpackaging.com. She has, this is your class captain. That is what he told me. Your thought, the governor, the class governor, captain this month. Any other question? ahmed.omah@nigerianpackaging.com. So this one is the one. know the biggest problem on today's generation is no like to write, but now is I refuse to write the exam in almost screen now. If you see this screen, the email there, it's from Ahmed or Zuma. If you go to where you have the editor, you see my name there, and the email address. But that's what the problem is. Because this generation, they don't like to write nowadays. We used to write, but we write to the end of the class, it's not correct. Any question?
So what is that for the assignment?
Because tomorrow there will be another.
So have you posted the question for us?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. How old are you
Excuse me. Eu só fún òfin ẹ̀. Àwí. c'est temps, arrête de monter.
I say don't stop.
No. Yes, this one is online.
You just want this.
Yeah, so thank you for having us.
No. Well, they just said no.
I hope you do not want.
Oh, yeah. Don't do it.
Thank you.
I'm your first.